Good morning, traders. Welcome to another Bitcoin and cryptocurrency morning update. It is good to be back. I had a nice week away last week, up in North Wales, up in the mountains. So that was a really nice little break from the charts. Although I was still taking a few trades and still kind of posting my ideas within the Discord and things. It's been a while since we've had a decent YouTube update to go over everything that's happened. So yeah, some really nice price action since I've been away, actually. So I went away basically when price was right here. So yeah, since then it's been quite quite nice trading. So yeah, I just wanted to go over a couple of the moves that happened over the last week, and just to go over the reasons for that and why these moves occurred, and then also just to give my thoughts of where I see this going in the coming day or so, or next few days. So okay, starting off with the drop down, because I never really had a chance to cover that. The last update I did, price was around here, and I was saying that I was looking for these lows to be taken at this point after we got this rejection. So for me personally, as soon as we lost this point of control, this range point of control, I was looking for shorts and was able to get that off of the point of control here. We came up, had that perfect touch of it on two occasions, and we had a nice move down. Took all three lows, so we took the low, well, four lows at this point. So these are all the lows where there's actual liquidity there. This low, the ultimate low that we had after the big crash, a lot of that was due to exchange shutdown and liquidations and stop losses and things. So it's not really that hasn't been really traded, but it took all the lows that had been traded. Everyone expecting at this point, after people were getting bullish at the highs, and obviously getting punished pretty badly from that. Then yeah, everyone at this point expecting a breakdown of the lows, looking at 27k, looking at 20k, looking at all of that kind of stuff, and yeah, never happened. So quite simply, swing failure pattern of these lows, and with the weekly here as the reference point, and then we just had this perfect yeah, bottoming structure where you see these lower highs, lower lows put in. Then you change market structure and you come back in to the reference point of the last low before a reversal. So this is just a very simple reversal pattern that you see basically on every pivot high and pivot low on the Bitcoin charts. It was the same thing that we had on kind of a macro level right back at the highs back here, where you have this change of market structure that goes on, and yeah, reverse from there. So that was a really nice move up. Pretty simple to trade, actually. You could have, obviously the aggressive entries, you could have just traded very simply the swing failure pattern of that final low. You could have got that within a few dollars probably, or waited until you got the change of market structure, come back in, get your retrace, and then move up from there. So what happened after that? So we had a bit of chop around the point of control and around this other kind of diagonal resistance that was still there. Because although this has had fake outs to the upside and to the downside at this point, you still have to be aware of these lines, I guess, in a way. I don't like diagonals, I don't trade off of them, but they're still yeah, it's still kind of there as a possible area of supply. So yeah, a nice bit of chop around the point of control here. Again, this is clearly fair value for Bitcoin right now, and this has been established for quite some time. So this 36,800 area is the area where a lot of transactions are taking place. And yeah, you can see again, had a nice move up again. People thinking, oh look, this is breaking out again. It didn't. It just came into this weekly. So this is why we have these horizontals on our chart. It just came into this weekly level, got that rejection, changed market structure. Again, what did we see at the lows? You get the rejection, change market structure, come back up into the reference, which at this point would have been this high. And you could have said, could have gone off with a fib as well and gone, okay, we got high to low. What do we have there? We have the golden pocket. So very, very easy. Short again, looking to then at this point take out these lows, so continue this market structure change. And then we had a really nice move down into this weekly level here. So yeah, it's all been really, really nice, simple trades recently to take, which has been great, actually. So yeah, a nice opportunity again to get back into a long after these lows have been taken. You could have bought this weekly level. Yeah, again, just really nice. You've had two opportunities to buy that. And then clearly last night with this big move up, you could say news as a catalyst for this. But again, just very, very technical. So we have changed market structure now to the upside. So this is like more of a macro, going from a macro kind of downtrend consolidation, and now having this expansion back up to the highs of this range here. So yeah, that's kind of everything that's happened on the Bitcoin chart recently. So yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit and let's have a look at what could happen next. So clearly we had this high here. So this is an important level to be aware of. So this is our first like change of like high term time frame market structure that we've had in quite a few weeks, actually. So if you think this high, this lower high, this lower high, this lower high, now finally we've changed significantly on the market structure here. So not only have we taken out this high, but we have taken out this high as well. So similar to how we took out all the lows and came back down to the lows of the range, we're now in the process of taking out the highs, and you could expect possibly a move up towards 42k over the next week or so. But yeah, in the immediate term, we have this daily level. So this at the moment potentially is going to hold as support. And we have resistance up here at $40,600 if we do get a move up from this. I think personally how I am looking to trade this at the moment is, so we did have initially the swing failure pattern of this high. So if we zoom in on this, you can see how we had that move above and then we had the rejection. And now with the imbalances that are going on this chart, it does appear at this stage that we've maybe moved back into this, where we had the imbalance in this initial rejection swing failure pattern here. We have now moved back up into this area, and I would probably be more so looking for price probably to come down, take these lows, and possibly come into this weekly level, which would fill some of the single prints and the inefficiencies on the chart to the downside. Alternatively, if this daily holds, probably at this stage, if this weekly open holds, so this is our daily open, our weekly open here, if this area can hold, I would be looking for a move up to $40,600 before a retrace again back down to maybe 38,200 area. So I think right now I am still in the long from the lows, but this morning I did take a short up here. So on one account I did switch from a long into a short position, and I will probably add to that short position if we do get a move up, with the target being here. So this is mainly more just a hedge at this stage. So I'd probably say short from around here, just looking at this point down towards this weekly level. So there's a potential trade here, or you could take this higher and have another attempt if we do come up to this daily. And then again, I do think at some point we come down to this weekly at the very least, and that could be a nice trade again. we'll have to see how that goes. Like, there is a potential for this to short squeeze and to keep moving up. So I'd say if you are looking for shorts right now, then do be aware, like when Bitcoin wants to short squeeze, it can do that quite aggressively. So with this move, we may not get these retraces, which is why I'm kind of saying just, yeah, for me, the short position is more of a hedge because I already have plenty of long exposure going on Bitcoin right now. So yeah, that's probably the two scenarios for me. I would prefer, I think at this stage, to see a move, because I do think we put in a low for the week. Like, we've not really, clearly our weekly open here, we've not really done anything to the downside yet. We have explored higher, but we've not really explored lower at all during this week yet. So either we see a move up and then possibly a rejection down here, or we see just this get lost and then we have it the other way around. So I do think both these levels will get hit. Just from like the simple horizontals, I do think we probably get trades off of both of them over the next few days. So long positions here, short positions here, and potentially with this move that's just happened here into the imbalances that were formed at the highs, there are trap longs at the top. So we could get a move down from here as well. So yeah, three potential trades going on, which we could get today, just based off of the really simple the really simple stuff. Yeah, so at the moment VWAP is holding. So if you were in a short, if you did get into a short at these highs, then this would be an area of to take profit on that. And again, yeah, we'll just have to see if this daily level and this VWAP can hold in order to get that next move up to 40,600. Cool. So yeah, not really anything else on this chart. So if we go on to EXO, what I would like to look at is, first of all, the TPO. So you can see here we've got some big areas where there are some quite significant areas of single prints that have formed on the move up that we had last night. We do have this 80% setup in play. So you can see our previous day value areas are all the way down here, around 37,350. I'm not expecting that today, so you can see how we did open way above yesterday's value area. But yeah, right now that's something maybe to look at. Possibly after a move higher, rather than this coming straight back down, I think, at this stage. But yeah, you got to be aware of it. So the top of these single prints is 38,675. So if we do come down just to the low of this range, you could expect a little bounce off of that. The low of these single prints is 37,725 or thereabouts. So again, like 38k, the low of these single prints down here, you could come all the way down, which gives us a, yeah, well, you can clearly see that here they are. So here's the top of the single prints, here's the bottom of the single prints, and then we have the weekly level in between, and then we have this set of lower ones down here, which at this stage I would not like to see price come down here today. Like, if price comes all the way back down here today, that's pretty bad. But yeah, maybe I do think at some point they get filled, maybe after we come all the way up to 42k or something, who knows. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Cool. So naked point of control. So we do have a daily naked point of control that has been left here at 35,825. So if we come down here, 35,825, That's all the way down. Yeah, back down here. Again, not something I want to see get filled today, because if it goes out of the range, or out of this consolidation back into this consolidation before expanding up to the highs, I would see that as a more bearish move again. But there is that naked point of control coming in around here that we do have to be aware of, and I do think that this will get filled eventually. I think I would probably favor a move higher before we do get that. So maybe we come down, maybe we hit the daily. It would be nice if we come up here as well before coming back down again, and then we can be looking at like a partial retrace of the range and then a bounce higher, which would also give us quite a nice golden pocket region lining up here as well. So actually that would be a pretty nice, yeah, so that would be quite nice. I do think if there was a scenario to play out that I think is possibly the more likely one at this stage, I do think a move higher to get everyone bullish again is slightly more likely than retracing and filling these straight away. So I do think, yeah, maybe we see something like this coming up, and then we have that big move down before coming back into the range and then moving higher again. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see if any of that happens. Cool. So I think that's all the possible trades for today. Yeah, like I said, I've been away for a week, so I've not really been looking in that much detail at the charts recently. But yeah, it's nice to see what's going on today. So we are seeing a bit of this move down now. So we're below VWAP at the moment. So that the VWAP has been lost, just very locally. So you would say at this point, possibly be looking to confirm that as a resistance, and then a move down again down to this weekly level. So this is at this stage what I am looking for, or at the very least just take these lows and see what happens from there. If we can build up any confluence with some fibs, that would be nice as well. So you could say things start to get really impulsive here. It's quite hard to know where exactly to pull the fib from in terms of getting confluence on levels from this right now. We do have the 382 that comes in at this weekly. You do have the 0.5 within these single prints, and you do have the golden pocket down here, which would retest the kind of the downsloping resistance, the trend line that we did have forming. And again, yeah, wherever you kind of pull this from, they are giving some areas to be aware of. So again, if we do go from this low, golden pocket lines up quite nicely with these single prints. 382 lines up quite nicely with these single prints, and again the 0.5 is here on the trend line, which would now be support. So yep, things to be aware of on that. What else? See where the anchored VWAP is coming in from the lows. So yeah, just levels. Lots of levels, lots of things we could get. So at this stage, yeah, we'll just wait and see. Yeah. So let's see if this can hold as resistance, lose maybe the weekly open, and then we get that move down. How many times do I have to repeat that? Yeah, okay, I'm going to move on. Anything else on XO that I would like to look at? I will go, let's have a look at this. So let's just have a quick look at these highs. And actually, not a great deal of imbalances at the highs here. There were quite a lot of long and short positions opening up the top at market. And this is on Binance Futures because there's a lot more volume here. So when I'm looking at kind of the bid ask, I do like to look at Binance futures for that. Yeah, we got some trap longs at these highs. So I would say, yeah, at this point, there's some kind of nice absorption of the buying going on at the highs here. And we would expect moves down within this. We've got a few nice areas within the single print. So there is some clear support coming in here at 38375. So if we do come down there, you would say that this would at least give us a little bounce. And again, down here, 36425, there's a nice little area there as well. Cool. If we look on Bybit as well, just out of interest. Yeah, the imbalances are a little bit clearer on this. Yeah, quite nice actually. And again, same kind of areas. Yeah, 38325, giving us a nice level again to the downside. So 38325, basically down towards this weekly level again. Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at Ethereum. So with Ethereum, this was again like a really simple trade. So I was saying, for anyone that wanted an aggressive entry on Ethereum, we had this nice bounce off of the golden pocket here, and yeah, at this point it was kind of looking for a the aggressive move up here, which did take a few highs on the way back up and change market structure here. We were looking possibly at this coming back down to 0.064 area and getting the bounce there. Obviously we've come a bit deeper, but we might see something a bit more like this play out on Ethereum. If not, then I do think Ethereum comes down towards this monthly level. ETH USD is just below resistance at the moment, so we have this really important daily level for me on ETH USD. So we are just below that at the moment, and we have seen that rejection off of that. So again, because of the Bitcoin move, you would expect if Bitcoin does get this move down, then let's say just locally, $2,435 would be kind of a nice support area for that. Litecoin continuing to make lower lows and lower highs on the Bitcoin pair. So at this stage, you could start to look to see if there's any divergence forming off of these. Not really. So not a whole lot to, I guess we have 4 hour. No, we don't. Yeah, so not really any divergence here on Litecoin. I do think we probably see Litecoin move down towards 4,000 sats again. Although this does look like it could be, yes. So we did get that bounce off the 618, and then we've come back through to hit the kind of the lower boundaries of this golden pocket here. So yeah, we are at an area where it could bounce here. The Litecoin BTC pair. And again, Litecoin USD still within this nice kind of consolidation that it's having. So although Bitcoin's broken up and changed its market structure, Litecoin hasn't yet. So that will be interesting to see if it does manage to do that. Link, very much the same. So you can see here this macro macro fib channel still acting really nicely. So we've still got this midpoint of the channel acting as support. So I do think that Chainlink is at pretty nice support down here at $20 and around this area. So that's quite nice on Link. Again, quite a big consolidation pattern forming here. So we could look at this as quite a big kind of bump and run. You have the big move down. And then if this can squeeze out of it, then we could be looking back towards $40 fairly quickly on that. Any of the alts moving today? Yeah, so we've had BZRX, one that we quite like, into this monthly level. So we've had this support this monthly down here, clearly resistance up here, so just trade the range. If this monthly breaks, then we have a weekly level up here to be aware of. So it's very really very simple. Trade shorts, take profits, trade longs, take profits, trade shorts, take profits, take longs, take profits, trade shorts, and just continue that kind of thing. Play the range. Yeah, 1 inch as well, moving up today, but they're all very small moves in the grand scheme of things, just really with everything that's going on. Yeah, cool. All right, that will cover everything for today. Anything else I want to go over? So if anyone is still watching this, I'm just going to just show the Discord for a while. So this is what we were looking at last week, and it's kind of exactly what we've had. So we had that manipulation down to the lows, which took the lows, and now we're looking at expansion back towards kind of outside of this range at this stage. So I do think this has the potential to short squeeze on a macro level. Like obviously we're looking at moves in between there, but I do think it has the potential to have that nice short squeeze going on. Anything else? So yeah, we've had some some nice charts in here on the Bitcoin charts over the last few days. There was a setup the other day that I was looking for. So yeah, we were looking for this move down to fill these single prints, which again we had quite nicely on Bitcoin the other day. So yeah, that's about everything I want to go over today. Cool, thanks for watching. I'll be around as usual all day. I am back and at the computer properly this week, so I'll be much more active. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Cheers, bye.